friends. It's so good to see you. This past Sunday, we learned about John the Baptist, and we learned that he was sent to prepare the way for the coming of Jesus. That's right. But who told us first about John preparing the way? Zechariah, that's right, his daddy. And who knew, even before anyone told her, that Jesus was in Mary's tummy? Who knew? Elizabeth, that's right. Because when Mary came in, John leapt with joy inside Elizabeth's tummy. He kind of did like turning and somersaults. And if you're a mommy, you know those feelings. And they are just a little bit weird. They're like, oh, whoa, what just happened? But anyway, so he is preparing the way. Now, we read that story, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, on the first Sunday of Advent, about being ready. Being ready for what? Well, we're getting ready for Jesus' birth. So today, our story is going to help us make connections about being prepared and being ready. Before we read our story to help make connections, you're going to go hang out with Mr. Bruce and sing a song. Take it away, Mr. Bruce.
Hi, friends. So Advent is all about waiting. So we're going to sing a song called Wait for the Lord. It's very simple. You sing, wait for the Lord, whose day is near. Wait for the Lord, be strong, take heart. Okay? Here's the first part. Wait for the Lord, whose day is near. You sing it. Wait for the Lord, whose day is near. And then the second part. Wait for the Lord, be strong, take heart. Sing that with me. Wait for the Lord, be strong, take heart. Let's put it all together. Wait for the Lord, whose day is near. Wait for the Lord, be strong, take heart. One more time. Wait for the Lord, whose day is near. Wait for the Lord, be strong, take heart.
Welcome back. I am so glad that you are back with us so that we can make some connections. The story that we are reading today is called The Doorbell Rings. Now, at my house, I do not like it when the doorbell rings. Anybody want to guess? I'm going to insert right here what happens when the doorbell rings. All right, back to what we were here for, this story. This story is called The Doorbell Rings, and it is by Pat Hutchins. If you were in my kindergarten class, which none of you guys were, we loved this story, and we acted it out all the time. All right, so I've made some cookies for tea, said Ma. Good, said Victoria and Sam. We're starving. Share them between yourselves, said Ma. I've made plenty. So this is a math story. If you didn't figure it out, that's what we were doing in kindergarten with it. All right. That's 6 each, said Sam and Victoria. They look as good as Grandma's, said Victoria. They smell as good as Grandma's, said Sam. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma, as the doorbell rang. Uh-oh. It was Tom and Hannah from next door. "Come in," said Ma. "You can share the cookies." So they all had to put them back on the plate, right? Because they had to share them. All right, so that says, "That's 3 each," said Sam and Victoria. "They smell as good as your grandma's," said Tom, "and look as good, too." "No one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. So this time they all had 3 each. What's going to happen? Oh, man, are they going to have to put them back on the plate and try again? Let's see. It was Peter and his little brother. "Come in," said Ma. "You can share the cookies." "That's 2 each," said Victoria and Sam. "They look as good as your grandma's," said Peter, "and smell as good." "Nobody makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. It was Joy and Simon with their 4 cousins. Oh my goodness. "Come in," said Ma. "You can share the cookies." "That's 1 each," said Sam and Victoria. "They smell as good as your grandma's," said Joy. "And look as good," said Simon. "No one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. But they only have 1 each. What are they going to do? Oh, my goodness. And rang. "Oh dear," said Ma, as the children stared at the cookies on their plates. "Perhaps you'd better eat them before we open the door." "We'll wait," said Sam. Guys ready? It was Grandma with an enormous tray of cookies. "How nice to have so many friends to share them with," said Grandma. "It's a good thing I made a lot." "And no one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. So they've been talking about how Grandma makes the best cookies. The whole story, all we get to hear is Grandma makes the best cookies. They taste or they smell as good as your grandma's. They look like your grandma's and they smell like your grandma's. They haven't gotten to taste them yet because the doorbell keeps ringing. Ring, 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 ring. And they keep having to divide their cookies. First it was 6, then it was 4, then it was 2, then it was 1. And then so there was 12 friends there and they all had 1 cookie each. And then the doorbell rang. And who came in? It was Grandma with a plate of cookies. So it's kind of like the coming of Jesus. We've been hearing about him and hearing about him and hearing about him, but we didn't know but we don't know who he is yet because he hasn't come yet. So John the Baptist is preparing the way, telling everybody about Jesus and his cookies. Jesus doesn't really have cookies, but if he did, they would have been the best, just like Grandma's. And when Jesus is ready to show up, he's here to do what? John tells us, and Zechariah, that Jesus was coming to save us. And Grandma came and saved the day. Guys, I hope you have a great week and have fun in Advent while you are waiting for the birth of Jesus. Bye.